Welcome back, guys. My name is Patrick, and this is the Fanatic Rundown. The Edmonton Oilers improving to 5-0-1 in their last 6 games, picking up a 5-3 victory over the Washington Capitals tonight. I think Jason Greger summed it up best on Twitter. The Oilers dominated the first 5 minutes of the game and the last 5 minutes of the game, picking up 5 goals in that time span, and it won them the game 5-3. The Oilers had an amazing start to the game tonight, scoring on 3 of their first 4 shots. Leon got things started. Evander Kane adding his second goal in 3 games put the Oilers up 2-0 off a beautiful tip. And then Connor McDavid on the power play puts it in off Samsonov's back. It's 3-0 Oilers, just over 3.5 minutes in. The Oilers are rolling. Capitals pull their goalie at that point, and they got a goal shortly thereafter and make it 3-1, and the game kind of evened out from there. The Capitals slowly fought their way back. It was 3-1 after 1. They pick up a goal off a scramble in the second to make it 3-2. And then in the third period, after 2 blatant penalties, I don't know how the Capitals missed getting called on both of them. I literally had my hands up in the air in frustration, and just as I'm bringing them down, the third goal goes in off of Barry's skate, off Koskinen, and in. Brutal goal. Don't really blame Koskinen too much for it. Even for Barry, it's a fluke play, but either way, the Capitals tie at 3-3, and things are looking a little dicey. The Capitals get a late power play with about 4.5 minutes to go in the game, and so far throughout the night, the Capitals' power play has been atrocious. I believe in the last 3 attempts, they didn't even have a shot on goal. But you have to start to wonder, is this where things are going to start going in the Capitals' favor? Apparently not. Nuge and Hyman bust up the ice. Hyman gets around Copley, feeds it back to Nuge. He puts it in the empty net. Oilers are up 4-3. Short-handed goal. Beautiful. And after some strong play by the Oilers to keep it in the Capitals zone for most of the last few minutes of the game, the Capitals are finally able to pull the goalie, but Nuge puts it in the empty net to give the Oilers the insurance marker, and the Oilers pick up the 5-3 victory. For scoring that go-ahead goal and the empty netter, I'm going to give tonight's player of the game to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He was working his ass off all night. Great effort by Nuge. Nuge was huge tonight. And he's my player of the game tonight. So like I said, the Oilers improving to 5-0-1. They picked up points in 6 straight. Now going back to that auto game, how nice would it have been if the Oilers could have at least got an overtime victory? We'd be looking at a 6-game winning streak right now. But revisionist history. So great finish going into the All-Star break. Absolutely huge for the Oilers after the disastrous December that they had. So a huge January for the Oilers, great start to February, and let's hope after the break the Oilers can keep on rolling, because it's not going to get any easier. They open up against Vegas next Tuesday, so let's hope the Oilers can keep on rolling. They've got games in hand on teams, and they've got to rack up these points while they still can and try to make up the ground that they've lost over that terrible December stretch. Similar to the Montreal game, I didn't like how the Oilers let off the gas after they went up 3-0. The goalie change did help Washington, and Washington is, of course, a much better team than Montreal. You're not going to keep them down, but I would have liked to see more of a killer instinct for the Oilers. They kind of let up a bit. They weren't attacking as much, and they kind of let Washington back into the game. The Oilers didn't give up the lead right away. It was a gradual fight back from the Capitals, but once again, I want to see more of a killer instinct from the Oilers. You hate seeing them blow a 3-0 lead. But for the second time in 3 games, they scored the game's first 3 goals, which is a huge achievement for the Oilers right now. Alexander Ovechkin was out tonight on COVID protocol. That was something the Oilers had in their corner. Thankfully, they were able to take advantage of it. I'm sure Ovechkin would have made a difference on some of those power plays for the Capitals, but like I said, the Capitals' power play was absolutely atrocious tonight and ultimately ended up giving up the winning goal of the game. So there was a funny moment in the third. Well, I say funny. It's funny if it's not happening to you, and if you're a guy, you can you can feel it when you see it. Leon Draisaitl's stick going right into the nuts of a Capitals player. I can't remember his name offhand, but yeah, he takes it right to the nuts. There was quite a bit of discussion on the ice after this happened. Draisaitl had this little funny exchange with the Capitals bench that you can see here. And tonight's play of the game, pretty easy call. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman, back and forth play, short-handed goal. Oilers go up 4-3, and that's your game-winning goal. And if you didn't hear, Slater Cuckoo cleared waivers today, so he's been assigned to the Bakersfield Condors. There is a chance we see more players put on the waiver wire in the next couple days. The NHL is removing the taxi squad following the All-Star break. I'm not sure yet by what date and time the Oilers roster has to be resettled once again, but I'll definitely post that in an Oilers rundown once I have that information. As I mentioned yesterday, Brendan Perlini, Kyle Turris, and Colton Sevier have all recently cleared waivers, so they'll probably just be assigned to the Condors. I don't know who's actually going to stay on the roster at this point, and there is a chance that we see Tyler Benson put on waivers. I don't know if the Oilers will try and avoid that because I still think, despite his up and down season, there's still a pretty good chance that Benson would get claimed. So we'll see if Benson stays on the roster, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on over the next few days. But yeah, I think that's all for tonight, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Have a great night, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care.